Hello, it's Chronic Joy Tarot here with your weekly update for the week of May 8th through the 14th. It's a general reading for all of us, really, just a general energy reading. I just want to note that while I was shuffling, I had some jump cards that fly out sort of without me choosing, and I'm going to use those in this reading for sure. So those are the ones I'm going to pull first. That would be these 4 cards. And then I'm going to save the other ones for the rest of the reading. So let me just see what the energy shows for the cards that flew out of the deck. It's trying to tell us what? Wow. Okay. Thunderbolt. This is showing changes, sudden changes that might feel uncomfortable, might feel freeing. It feels, depending on the person, really, on how you respond to the changes, but sudden jolts of, sudden shifts are here. And most of the time, as with everything, it's going to be for our highest good. We may shed old ways of doing things. We may just step right into the new ways without even considering, what we're leaving behind. But just look for changes, sudden shifts. I know personally pulling this card means a lot to me, so I'm hoping that it might for everyone else too. Change is not a bad thing. Change is constant. How we respond or how we cling to, what we think we want to remain the same is what gets us stuck with changes, okay? The underlying energy to that is the comparison card. So this is sort of an internal energy that we might feel while this happens. And I pulled the comparison. So that might say, oh, this big change is coming, yet I want it to stay, the way it was. This is what we were just saying. Try not to compare any one thing that's occurring to a previous experience or to an experience that you wish would turn out a certain way. Try not to have any expectations internally, and you will sail through, these changes more easily. You'll be more adaptable. This is a hard one to grasp. It's hard to do. We're by nature, methodical. We use, our minds, our memories, and our expectations a lot in the decisions that we make, instead of just feeling what the energy is and going with that, staying aligned with whatever is presented to us. Okay? But the real world manifestation for this energy is the trust card. So again, we're guided to just go with it. Something may come along, not be what you expected, and you're guided to trust it, to see what could unfold as a result of a sudden change like that. Okay? And so I just pulled this 4th card. Usually we do internal and external manifestation, and I'm kind of using this card as sort of an apex since 4 cards flew out for me. And the overall message there is ordinariness. So this is telling us that changes, sometimes our internal need to grip and resist the change, and the fact that the easiest way to get through them is to trust. That's the way of life. That's the ordinariness card just kind of tells me this is all par for the course. And as always, the individual, every one of us, our ability to respond or not respond, but our ability to sort of go along with what unfolds in our life, it varies from person to person. And just know that the stress that we feel in any given situation is that pull between what we had in mind and what is actually going on. If it's like, I don't know, I expected my visitors to arrive at 10 a.m. and they arrive at 9:45. that might throw you off, that might stress you out because you're not prepared for them. This is what I mean. What you expect in your mind compared to what presents itself in your real world. Try to shift more toward the opening energy that just allows, oh, they got here early at 9:45. Well, okay, maybe you could help me, do a load of dishes or before we get started or whatever. You know what I mean? Just go with it. It's okay. We don't have to, um, you know, dictate every step of our life. And sometimes even the seemingly harsh and scary moments that come suddenly, if you just give it enough time, you'll find a gift in those scenarios. Always. Okay, that's my basic. That was a pretty powerful message for the week, I would say. So now I'm going to just do a quick spread here for kind of going forward. If you have experienced a big jolt recently, hang in there. It's okay. We stop in the moment, feel what you're feeling, and let it pass. Let things go. If you love the change, great, go with it. Take the energy and fly. Okay, so the meaning, the center point meaning of this week's process is going to be this card called Existence. This is telling us that basically you are, and that's it. Home is wherever you are. You exist, you are, life is now, life is here. It doesn't really matter where you are or whom you're, interacting with. Sorry, I was sometimes, excuse me. Sometimes I look off into the distance while I'm talking because I'm sort of reading the energies and I know my cards go off screen. So pardon me, I'm really very human. And it's kind of funny how some of my videos come out, but I go with it. I take always the first cut. I never edit or splice my videos because you're getting basically what would be a live reading. So what we're saying is, just be in the moment. That's for this week. Be okay. Be okay always with whatever is around you. And that coming right after that reading about a sudden jolt, change, thunderbolt, this is good advice. Okay? Make sure to hold your sense of creativity. And I like to say, not literal creativity all the time. I mean, if you're a creative person and maybe that's what you do for a living, or your favorite thing to do is create, make music, create art, this is part of who you are anyway. But I also love to remind people that this also includes your imagination. And stay open to all possibilities, because we tend to sort of lock ourselves into what is and what we see as reality when we're creating that all along, every step of the way, right? So stay open, stay mindful. Use your imagination in your life. Make sure to hold on to your compassion for others, especially this week. The atmosphere, the energies in and around our planet are, if to some it may feel like they're contentious and block them, but really, what can you ever get and grow from if it's not conflict and contrast? That's how you grow. You come upon something that you don't like, it doesn't feel good, you're not digging that, and you go in the other direction because you want to feel better than that. So have compassion for others. Everyone, we may not be all getting along great right now, or politically or globally or universally, but really we are. Humanity is always that underlying, we are here to connect and love one another. And please have compassion for others who may not be in the same spot on the path as you are, because everyone is in the place they are, and everyone eventually will move forward. So have some compassion for others who don't see things as you do, and have compassion for yourself most of all. Okay, now I want to note first that every card that I've pulled here are these purple Roman numeral cards, which are major arcanas. These denote pivot points. Like these are all extreme, not change, but intensified energy. These are things to note, very important along our evolution. So this week is a powerful week. If you can just stay aligned with, you know, life is what it is. I am here now. Use my imagination to move forward. Make sure my heart is filled with compassion for others. And spend more time meditating or in silence. Spend more time paying attention to your intuition this week. I don't know if you're driving down the street and you take a regular route all the time and you get this urge to, oh, I'm going to turn right here instead of going forward today and I'll wind my way around. You never know what that means. Follow it. Follow and trust your intuition. You could avoid an accident or avoid a slowdown, or you could come upon just something beautiful to see if you turned right down that road. You never know. So it's okay. Just more of your intuition and heart this week, less of locking down with what your mind says. Look at this. One more major arcana. This is a powerful, I don't even know if I've ever had a reading with all major arcanas. But the outcome of this energy for this week is transformation. This is true personal empowerment, true change, starting from within. That's what I'm getting from this spread. You are poised to not plan or take action, but you're poised to move into another space, another space to operate from this week. You're poised, you're ready. If you just look for the signs, continue to trust your heart, continue to trust your imagination, and spend quiet time with yourself, big changes coming. Big changes. And going along with our other reading here, this Thunderbolt card that was the center of the other reading, yeah, I would say this is a big week. I just always had a feeling May was going to be big. And for me personally, I this really resonates. I hope it does for you too. I really do. The signs are there if you just quiet down and look for them and allow them to come into your existence. Very good. Big changes. I love this reading. Okay, everyone. I hope you enjoy your week, and I will see you back again next weekend. Take care. Bye.